This is the world premiere. This is the one we all came to see. It's the Highlander Limited in new spellbound color. I'm gonna tell you the things I've learned since the time I started filming until right after the premiere. The first thing, my friend Omar from Omar Drives channel, he told me this. Look at this. It's laid out like an old school couch. The third row goes down and around and over. You can put a small device right here maybe, cup holders, but it really is laid out for comfort. I love the rounded lines. You just don't see that. I don't think I've ever seen that in a Toyota. It reminds me of a space age prototype where they're like, yeah, this is what it might look like someday for the Jetsons, but it probably wouldn't be for Toyota. No, that was something I just learned. Next thing I learned is how cool these flush door handles are. Fully automated. You push that, go in, you can lock it by pushing that. That's kind of cool. And this is Lexus technology. Remember, you can unlock that way. Look, it has the same Lexus thing. If you pull it twice, if the electronics are off, it'll still unlock you. The next thing I learned, right here, the ambient lighting, how do you get to it? Well, you can just go to, let's say you're at the home screen, you can go to settings and then vehicle. We're gonna go to lights, and then you push the settings over here. And then we're gonna go to ambient lighting. Do you want it on or off? But the color, and watch this. This is really cool. Chill. Toyota is a whole mood now. Harmonious, upbeat. Uptown Funk gonna do it to you. Don't believe me, just watch. Downbeat, breathing, dreamy, fixed colors. So there are a lot of choices, and of course, custom, you can just pick what. This is my first time seeing the color wheel. I just think that's super cool. And watch, this changed to green. It could change to purple. I could change it to blue. Could we dare to go to magenta? Yeah, love it. We'll also see streaks right here and right here and right here. And this right here is a double wireless charging pad. It's sort of like a felt material, so it's no slip. So they hang on there, but on this pre-production unit right now, as it sits there, I don't see any like markings that you would know that that's what it is. You can assume that's what it is. Next thing, Omar and I are demoing it right now, but the soft tonneau cover right here fits in, sort of looks like a limbo stick. So we'll do this in reverse order here. The soft tonneau cover, it protects what's going on in the third row so you can feel safe on vacation and things like that. Have the peace of mind that everything's okay. But basically you put it in like a press fit, in here like this. They're probably like, what are you doing to our prototype here? Do I want to do it? Oh, I want to do it this way, I bet I put it in this way, fit it in. Yeah, that's what I do. And then so reverse order, we got extra room in here. This is a tire inflation kit. It's not the spare tire. I didn't expect there would be that. And then what we do is once I get it in there, can use this board, presto changeo, can have it flat like this, or you can have more of a hard surface like this right here. I like this one touch right here. You just push it on the side and it's gonna go ahead and slide it forward so that you can get into the third row. Real easy to install the third row, set it up, to turn it down. Turn down for what? Well, to turn it down, you can also pull this lever right here and it slides. Pretty good length, I would say, so that you can kind of customize, and you can have your second row this way or this way. Remember, this is a 6-seater, so it has 2 and 2 on the Limited and 2. With the XLE all-wheel drive, you could do a bench seat across that would give you 7. And with the third row folded and the second row folded, we've got this amount of space right here. With the bench, it would be no gap. Here you can just line it with blankets or whatever, but it's a nice solid surface. I also noticed in the door panel that's 1500 watts of power plug-in so that you can get a microwave ready, and we're gonna be popping some popcorn because it's gonna be showtime here in the Highlander. This is the first Toyota also that has vehicle to load technology. So you would set up a charging box in your house and then you could just plug it in, and then you could run things on your house. Let's say the power goes out because of a storm, you could run it from your Highlander EV. And you can run other tools, other accessories and things like that. You can even set up your old tailgate bar right there. The other thing you'll want to know is the configurations, and this will just take some time because it's new. There's XLE and there's Limited, but remember you can have different size batteries. So we can have the 77 kilowatt hour lithium ion battery. You can have the 95.8. 95.8 is going to give you the ultimate in range. That'll be 320 XLE front wheel drive, for example, would be the 77. XLE all wheel drive can be 77, or it can be 95.8. So a few different ways to configure that, but 2 trims, but within that, there's gonna be 4 different configurations. You just have to really decide what battery size you wanna have. Let's talk about this 12.3-inch screen here, because within this, you can go ahead and push that down, and I can make adjustments here. Watch the look of it change. Do I want to go for this type of information? The key's not detected. I hope I can do this one. Let's keep going. Go across. Okay, so it can be 1 panel. It can be, work for me, 2 panels. So we're changing the look of what we can see. It'll work a lot better once this is set up, I think, and I have the key with me. So, but those are the things that you can do. You can adjust your analytics of what you see. You can adjust your adaptive cruise, your lane centering. This has the traffic jam assist. It has the driver attention alert. And this right here is for regenerative braking. So if you have regenerative braking on, like this right here, you just push this. So you take your foot off the gas and it's gonna slow you down. The more you push on this one, it's gonna slow you down even more. The other thing you'll want to know is you can do voice commands based on who's talking. If I was in the passenger side, this would be the microphone used, and it would control maybe the temperature or other commands. If I'm over here, it would control the driver's thing. Hey Toyota, I'm cold.
Okay, lowering the airflow and increasing the temperature.
Excellent, so that's something you would want to know. We can push this and we expand to cooled seats, heated seats, auto seats, auto steering wheel. So push those buttons and then watch this. Push this and we're going to expand the climate some more. Maybe some options. S-Flow, that's efficient flow, so it's only going to flow into whoever's sitting in the seats, basically. It's not going to waste energy on electricity or heating and ventilating. So you can also, by going to customize, auto adjust the seat temperature. I want cooled, I want heated, I want it neutral. Front right, auto adjust the steering wheel temperature. So you can do all that on your own. If I want to see the digital camera, I'm going to lower this. Watch this. It's going down, 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 and you got a crystal clear view. And let me just show you where that is. That's some technology I think that people will get used to the more they use it. But we can see that the camera, is it here? No. It's not. We're gonna see if we can see it right there. I'll bet that's where it is. It is. Right here, I think it is. I think the camera's right in there. So it's a crystal clear view that's looking out. And remember, if you push this, it closes it. If you push this, it'll close it and lock it. It also can do hands-free. So you can just kick it. It also has a backup camera and a camera washer. I noticed that before when I was filming it, but it's just nice to know. Let's walk around it because we've got some low lighting. This is actually really good because you can see that's an interesting geometric shape for a turn signal, isn't it? LED lights go all the way around. It's the two-tone look. I think 4 of the colors can have two-tone. This is spellbound, like a silver. I don't know what it looks like in the light. I love how the taillights wrap around here. It's great for visibility. Silver roof rails. And then the panoramic glass. It's the largest glass that Toyota's had in a vehicle. Big cutout right there. This is the blind spot monitor. I'm gonna see if I can turn it off. Well, I can't turn it off and on because the key's not in here. These are huge, huge wheels. Just wanna kind of show off those 22s. Oh, and look at this right here. I pointed it out in my first video, but these diagonal shapes right here, it's quite interesting. Isn't that neat? There's the turn signal. It's really bright. Kind of a classic, but also bold. Look at the line right here. Isn't that neat? Has the camera, that's the panoramic view camera that we can see down there as well, including the lighting. There's our charging port. It does 10 to 80% in 30 minutes with DC. Something that you'll want to know as well, advanced park. That means it's the self-parking, but where is it? It's down here. That's something that most people would never see, so we're going to push that, and it's a pre-production unit, so it probably won't do much, but it says it malfunctioned because I don't have it set up. The car's not on, it's not in drive or anything like that, but that's what you can do. And it can parallel park you. It can perpendicular park you. So parallel, perpendicular, it can park you or back you out of a spot, pull you out of a spot. That's pretty amazing. So we can just do navigation. It goes all the way. You can also, I don't know how far I can back this one out. Let's just try it, see what happens. California. We're going, and we see the Earth. Isn't that neat? That's really cool. And then you can go in a little bit closer to wherever you want to be. Since it's an all electric, we might want to push that charging button. Look, it's 85% charged. You can set up a schedule. It could charge during off-peak hours to maximize efficiency. It could also save you with the pricing. Charge limit. How far do you want it to go? Do you want it to go to 80%? A lot of times with EVs, they say you only need to go to 80%. I might go a little bit higher. We're pushing it, Marty. Where we're going, we don't need roads. I don't see this one is on right now, but it does have a head-up display. It's very large, and it just shows up right here in the windshield, nice and easy. It's pretty cool. The other thing I want to show you, we saw this first in the RAV4. It's the, I believe it's the shift-by-wire, but it's the toggle switch right here, the little nubbin, and you just go down for drive. It's really easy. Go up for park, or I'm sorry, for reverse, park, just push it. Do, 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 do. You know how that goes. But anyway, we can just push it right here like that. That's one that's easy to use. It's easy to maneuver, and it doesn't take up a lot of space, so we can have double chargers here. And frankly, it looks futuristic, which matches a vehicle like this. How about your drive modes? We can go here to eco, normal, sport, drive, things like that. It also has crawl mode. That's something that you have to get used to. Crawl mode is right here. You just push that. It's a low-speed cruise control so that you can focus on your steering. Set, I believe that this might be for like a grip control. I'm not sure. Drive, start, control. I think that's what it is right there. Help you in terrain. Also, rock and dirt. Normal, rock and dirt. That's the multi-terrain select, so that'll help you out when you need a little bit more traction on maybe less grippy surfaces. Also, the multi-terrain monitor. We've seen this in the trucks and SUVs. You can see along the sides. You can see here. We can look at our wheel angle right here. And you can see your pitch and roll as well. I think that's pretty darn cool. I actually like that a lot. I love all the backup sensors so you can see where the danger zone is. Hey, don't back up anymore. And of course the sensors will go beep, 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 like that. The other thing I learned, look, USB-C in the back of the seat. In the back of the seat, that's really cool. It's got USB-Cs in the side doors and then all over the front as well, so everybody gets connected. That's the hidden gems that I've learned in the past 2 days about Highlander that maybe I might not have gotten the first time. There's always something you're going to be learning, and this one has a whole bunch of things to be educated on. So I hope you guys like it. Which of those cool features that I just found or reimagined or just talked about again do you like the most on the Highlander? You've had a day to see it. What do you guys think? What do you like? Talk to you later. I'm at Toyota Jeff Reviews, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Threads, and Auto Jeff Reviews, Instagram, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, and Threads. And I'll see you guys later. Bye.